Welcome back to another Tera Plays Tera video. Alright, so in today's video, we are going to go over Menma's 2.24 all the way up to 2.3, the latest patch notes. I do apologize, I've been very slow at doing these. Just been very busy and haven't really even been playing Tera fan servers too much, along with Tera Menma's. But I figured there's quite a few of these, we'll go over them. Some stuff like I'll go over and it'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, you know, it technically is over for events. But yeah, we'll go over everything as much as we can and the best that I can, and hopefully looking forward to get back into Menma's Tera. I know I have a tutorial video on the Birch Mask coming out soon, as well as I want to do the second tutorial for the new belt and all that stuff that we'll get into as soon as I can start playing on the fan server a bit more. I've just been a little busy and I've been wanting to stream it more, and I know I say that quite a bit, just haven't had the time to sit down and do it as much. But within that, I do want to get into these patch notes, so let's dive in. So we have some forward, just general stuff in PvE. Things of the front might be slowing down a bit, so they are slowing down. They don't want to keep putting out content that is flawed, and yeah, so that's kind of cool. They're taking a step back, but do you know there is a lot of PvP or PvE content to be covering throughout these patch notes. So they're still doing stuff, which is cool. Hail has a general thing to let people know that the fishing is canceled and all sorts of stuff. You guys can read these exactly if you would like. The links to all these patch notes will be in the description of this video. For PvE dungeons, Demon's Wheel and the Harvest Festival are closed, and they've been closed. There is some small class changes, that being Mystic for Corruption Ring. They've reduced the availability window of Infusion Ring from 15 seconds down to 5 seconds, and Infusion Ring is the name of the ability that restores the MP after a successful hit of Corruption Ring. For ninjas, your Chakra Thrust in PvP only has adjusted its hitbox to reduce the potential of desync at a close range within 3 meters. The Gordo Ghoulish Gala is closed by now, so it's completely gone by now. They have a Battle Pass Season 3 that is actually ending very soon. Probably by the time this video is released, this will be ended, so I apologize on that. General content for achievements, they've related to both Demon's Wheel and the Harvest Festival Hall. They are moving those feats to Legacy. And next we have some PvP Battlegrounds changes. For Champion Skyring, they've increased the Vanguard reward, and it is as follows. For the Kaiosor Reputation credits, you'll get 2 1,750 credit items. For the Champion Spoils, you'll get 2 of them instead of 1. And you'll get new 20 times Battleground Smile Crackers. Battleground Smile Crackers can only be used inside of the Battlegrounds. Normal Smile Crackers cannot be used inside of the Battleground. And they've removed non-PvP accessory items from the Champion Spoiled drop table. For Wind Canyon, they've re-enabled the pre-made queue. Healers now generate 500 MP every 5 seconds. And then for PvP content change, they've reduced Smile Crackers from the Bellocom credit cross from 100,000 down to 10,000. So, and that is all the 2.24 changes. Now we'll get into the 2.5, the snowstorm on the horizon. Again, Hail and Itcha both have a, message here for people. You can, again, read it. I'm not going to sit here and read it word for word. The PvE dungeon changes, they've made AA normal, they've reduced the HP by 15%, so instead of it being 3.5 billion or 35.5 billion, it is now 30 billion, and they've reduced his attack speed by 11.8%. For Timescape for Hemera, They reduced the HP by 12%, so instead of 24, it is 21 billion. They reduced the attack speed by 15%, and they reduced the attack. My bad. They reduced the attack by 15% and the attack speed by 10%. They made quite a few class changes with this patch. For archers, your Thunderbolt, the PvP reload EP now works against players. This was a change from the 2.2 patch. Ninjas, for PvE, they've reduced your overall damage by 2%. For Zerks, your Triumph Shout, PvP, you can now avoid the stagger effect with any iframe skill. And for Mystics with Warding Totem, you can now cancel the ending animation by walking as the totem appears. This change has been tested to work on all publicly available skill, emotion, or modulator mods, but if yours does not support it, do let them know and they will figure out how to fix it. For general content, the Ghoulish Gala that we talked about has been completely removed. The notorious fishing canceled issues have been fixed. To accomplish this, they had to make various changes to the Baldera District fishing ponds. All fishing items found in the Spring of Aran fishery have been removed or moved to the Baldera pond. The Spring of Aran fishery has been removed, and the source of the golden tickets has been moved. And you'll have to find that out later on. For open world stuff, Baldera District, they reduced all the monsters' HP by 30 to 50%. The exact amount varies depending on which type of monster it is, such as BAM, Elite, etc, etc. For Island Dawn, they've reduced the Karasha's HP by 40%. They doubled the BAM Vanguard reward, and they've increased the party recommended Corrupted Souls Never Rest quest reward by 10 Dawn tokens. The Dawn token shop has also been adjusted as followed. For your care and use of Pet Aqua and Ignis, instead of it costing 500, it'll now only cost 200 Dawn tokens. For your riding skill, Dawn Lupus Nocton and Dawn Mare, instead of 500, it's 350 Dawn tokens. And all 0.12 innerwears have been removed. For PvP Rally, they've added a new one called the Sacred Naruk on Fridays. This replaces the Enraged Kumas. The following ranks gained additional rewards. So rank 1 additionally receives 18 lunar flowers, rank 2 receives 14 lunar flowers, and rank 3 receives 10 lunar flowers. As well as the Entangled Tantibus on Tuesdays will now spawn at 6:30 PM UTC time. The following ranks get the same amount of Luna flowers. And lastly, we have some miscellaneous and bug fixes. They had the description of IOD reputation from the profile. They've moved the Catalysm and Iron Battleground achievements to the Legacy section. They moved all Dungeon Reputation related achievements to the Legacy section. They've moved the Baldera's Magic Materials Merchant besides the main merchant. They moved the Live by the Battleground, Die by the Battleground achievement to the Crosshair Stronghold section. They reduced the cooldown of the Hydrina Teleport Scroll from 5 to 1 minute. They reduced the price of the Empty Refined Mana Essence, Veil's Flame, Metallic Skills, Corrupted Barrel, and reduced Medallion Chest from 200,000 to 50,000 gold. They've removed the Decrepit Island of Dawn reputation as a reward from all the Island of Dawn quests. They removed the bank option from the Velica Outskirts Cleric, and the Velica Outskirts Hall has been polluted with all relevant NPCs multiple patches ago. And the following items can now be stored in the bank, and that's the Apple Bundle, the Azurite Excelers Azura Essence Bundle, Cobalt Ore Bundle, Copseed Bundle, Crimson Essence Bundle, Earth Essence Bundle, Gaborn Ores, Hidden Bronze Crate, Hidden Gold Crate, Hidden Silver Crate, Miserable Ore Bundle, Moon Gourd, Pulp Bundle, the Mushroom Cap Bundle, the Naga Guard's Belongings, the Obsidian Essence Bundle, the Opal Essence Bundle, the Shade Metal Ore Bundle, and all these smart boxes, along with the Plant and X Metal Ore Bundles. The following items can now be traded, and that's all 2-point mounts from the Astron Coin Shop, both 1.5 dragons from the dragon skills, and legendary mount tokens. And the bug fixes for this patch are they've corrected the tooltips of civil unrest mounts in the Russian, German, and French languages. They corrected tooltips of summon Fargo and summon Schwab NPC scrolls in the Russian language, and they fixed an issue where Demon's Will achievements were still showing under the Southern Shara section instead of the Legacy section. So that is everything from 2.2.5. Finally, we will go over the 2.3 patch, the Rage Freezing Over. And again, another note from both HG and Hale. Again, if you want to read it, feel free to. You can pause the video, or again, all these will be linked. So, we do have a new event that is opened, and it'll be open for quite a while, and that is the Snowbound Sabotage. Protect Sunway's home by taking the fight to the Wintera Snowfield. Compete in Wintera Snowfield, where winning will earn you an event Polar Snowflakes, which can be traded with Sunny and Baldera or the Velka Outskirts Hall for a variety of valuable or invaluable rewards. Sunny won't stick around forever. As always, the NPCs will probably stick around for maybe a week or two after, and then be removed. You can obtain a quest from Sunny and Baldera to get 100 snowballs. Snowballs can be thrown at players. Throwing too many at them might make them very cold. And some of the rewards include a Slush Rush title, some hairstyles, face, some new partners, along with a riding skill reindeer. And that's what all these cool things look like. So for Wintera Snowfield, there's also a battleground now available during the event period where you can build snowballs and usually throw them at your opponents. And then an anonymous air looms over the snowfield. Unlike most years, the old man Winters will stake their claims on the territory during the fight. Hitting him with enough snowballs will make him flee and provide your team with a buff. So obviously, if you ever played Smite or anything, it seems like they've added a fire giant to that's the best way I can say it, is that there's a little mini boss that if you hit with enough snowballs, your team gets a buff. So pretty cool concepts, pretty cool changes. We will get into the PvE dungeon changes now. That being for channel works for the Sentry AA23, the laser mechanic now only occurs twice at 75 and 25%. No longer goes immune during the laser mechanic, and the damage of the laser is greatly reduced. So instead of running outside the walls, you can maybe stay in and keep damaging the balls. For Ruinous Manor, Megorius, they fixed an issue where the baby spider wouldn't eat the egg, and it just gets stuck. For Timescape, they've added a dragon teleport in the monster's gauntlet if you accidentally take the wrong teleport. So basically this means after the first boss, if you want to skip right to the second boss and you messed up, you can still do so now. For Time Sphere, after defeating all three, cooldowns and resets, and all players are revived. Interesting. Velka Sanctuary, the revived Darkon can now be hit from the floor when he flies into the air. For Lock-On, they've reduced the damage of the red aura during the transition at 30%. Instead of 50,000, it is 20,000 damage per tick, and the tick increased from 100 ms to 200 ms. For class changes, they fixed a bug which locked players out of casting iframe skills after they were hit up a knock-up skill during their retaliation. For Archers, Find Weakness, for PvP Champion Skyring, the skill has been disabled. Berserkers, Bloodlust, PvP Champion Skyring, they've reduced the damage by 10% while you are active. Lancers, for Adrenaline March advancement, they've adjusted the tooltip to reflect that it only applies to the caster, and they've increased the personal attack speed by an additional 6.4%. For the Strenuous advancement, they fixed a bug which caused Adrenaline Rush Strenuous to not be removed with a Mystic's Regeneration or a Priest's Plague of Exhaustion. For for Rallying Cry and PvP Champion Skyring now applies only to the caster, and they've increased the base duration by 25%. For Mystics, your Runic Release, PvP Champion Skyring, they've doubled the amount it heals. For the Augmented Thrall Protection, changed how this skill functions in general. The new one applies to yourself and 4 members of your party or raid within the AoE based on the lowest HP. The old one used to apply to yourself and 4 members of your party within the AoE. Functionally, this change was made so the skill was more similar to Kaya's Shield with a different range check of AoE versus Thrall. And it spawns 300 milliseconds sooner. They fixed a bug which caused Purpuri Mystics to have a faster regeneration than other races, and they fixed 2 bugs with the Purpuri Mystic Curse of Confusion and Curse of Exhaustion Mire and Sonorous Dreams. No longer has increased lock-on distance compared to other races, and no longer has a faster casting speed than other races. For Ninjas, PvP Champion Skyring, they've reduced all your damage by 10%. For Sorks, for PvP Champion Skyring, they've increased all overall damage by 10%. And for Valkyries, they fixed a bug where Retaliate during Ragnarok did not have the same fix applied to other Retaliates. Retaliate is an anti-KD stagger abnormally, now applies instantly. On cast, Cleanse never exhausts, my bad. Got a little distracted. And while Retaliate normally is active, the Never Exhaustion cannot be applied. For the Battle Pass Season 3, it is ending quite soon. As the event reaches its final week, you can now convert your PvE and PvP tokens in a 1-to-1 exchange. So, within the release of this video, you have literally probably, 3 days. Maybe like 2 to 3 days, depending. So, again, I apologize on the delays, but such is life. For general content for Baldur's District, they've reduced the attack of the Tenacious Forest Overlist by 30%. For Saren's Garden, the Wrath of Nature effect now properly clears after exiting the dungeon. Oh my god, English is hard. And they changed how the entrance works. You must now claim a quest in Hydrina, then talk with the entrance NPC. Upon rest or after exiting, you can no longer enter Serena's Garden until the next daily reset. Daily quest resets occurs at 7 AM UTC. Next, we have some PvP rally changes, and that is the Sarah Nook on Friday. They've increased the reset distance by 50%. They fixed an issue where the walk/run speed was incorrect, and they adjusted the AI as follows. No longer enters a forced walking state, and no longer randomly aggroes. And lastly, we have some miscellaneous and bug fixes. They added the following new color to Maruma's dream hairstyle, that being light pink and light purple. They adjusted the location of the Shurner Clerk on the Velica Outskirts dueling pad. They've adjusted price of the Elenus tiers from the Vanguard credits. It was originally 15,000, it is now 16,000, and this puts the price in line with the Astrum coin price of 800. They've enabled the winter decoration in Baldera and all other cities. Features that following are notable additions, being the new winter decoration added following the location: Velica Outskirts Hall, Velica Outskirts dueling pad, Civil Unrest rank 1 through 3 sky castles, and they've added winter music to Baldera. They replaced the guard at the Velica Outskirts dueling pad with a Blakewell, a banker NPC. The training ground Crabs now has an infinite endurance buff and Kaya's Mark, and they've increased the chance of Frey Winds Canyon winners loading screen. The final bug fixes are they fixed an issue with the Civil Unrest rank 3 Sky Castle Bastion missing its inside parts. They've also adjusted NPC locations within the Sky Castle. They fixed an issue when someone's costumes were missing sounds, such as when taking damage. They fixed an issue which caused some icons to appear abnormally, and they fixed an issue which caused back accessories to completely disappear. Within that is all the changes that has happened to Tera Menmas over the past month. Again, I can't apologize enough for just not being able to sit down and record this. I know I'm only, reading patch notes and giving a few of my thoughts, but, just been busy. I've been more focused on Tera Console. As I do try to step back into Tera Menmas, I will do my best to get these videos more out as they, or at least get the patch note information out as they come. Just a lot of stuff has been going on, and I'm sure y'all will see by the upcoming videos that stuff kind of comes more to light. Such is life. Within that though, if you got any questions, feel free to ask. I will do my best to get back to you. Or if you have questions that maybe are better suited answered by the Tera Menmas dev, of course the Discord link will be in the description of this video, so you can always join there and ask them. They are all really super sweet and nice, and they will do their best to get back to you as soon as they can. Or maybe other people in the Discord are pretty good at answering questions. But I'll do my best to also get back the best I can. Within that, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more Tera content in general, feel free to subscribe, as I greatly appreciate it, and it helps me grow the channel. Within that, that's about it. Hope you all have a fantastic day or night. And as always, I hope to see you in Aboria, gamers.